I am Thiago, and I'm here to share a history with you today. More a confession, actually. So my path to the tech world was not exactly a straight line. It was more a kind of a detour filled with adventure. I started conventionally, graduated in business administration back in 2017. I worked in a bank. I was even risk management analyst in Brazil. But the desire for something more and the adventure spirit pulled me to Japan, even without knowing a word in Japanese. And that language barrier put me in some unexpected roles, from caregiver to work in a factory, to even Uber delivery, navigating for unfamiliar streets. Eventually, I got a job as a security officer. When I look back, I see a pattern. I recognize that I failed, I stumbled, but every of these challenges was guiding me to the tech. This was my, my true calling is in technology. I feel my passion for the tech, and I knew that if I want to do something in tech, I could. And then I had my aha moment when I was working as a security officer in a data center. Have you been in a data center before? Yeah, that's a lot of servers there, and you can feel the energy, maybe the static energy of things. But there I had this feeling that, okay, I want to do something more than just protect this world. I want to build something in tech. And then I decided to go to the tech. Set my goal. I will have a work in tech. And believe it or not, I did it. In just 2 years, I got 14 certifications. I got promoted twice. I giving other tech speaks in community groups. I even organized the Cloud Native Melbourne. In the previous company, I was hiring and managing developers. So how did I do that? This is what I want to share with you today. A little back into the history again. 2022, I was doing what people did before ChatGPT. I was Googling tech jobs. And if you Google that, you will be mind-blowing for the landscape of the tech jobs. You have the things for data, cybersecurity, web development, mobile, cloud. The list is endless. So I was kind of confused. What should I do? I asked friends who already was working in tech, where do I start? And their feedback was really invaluable. So I start from the basics. Maybe you have heard about this, but the Harvard Business School has the course called CS50, and it is the fundamental for anything in computer science. It's a free course, and you can do it in your own pace. And there is many of these resources today that it is free and widely available. So my step was CS50, then I go to Free Code Camp, then Coursera, then Microsoft Learning. During that time, 2022, I also found my love, my wife, and I told her, I remember, babe, please, don't worry if I am too much in the computer. I will be working as programmer soon. Yeah, little did I know that I would go there. So this gives me my first advice that I would like to share with you, that it is celebrate the small wins. When I wrote my first line of codes, the hello world, I celebrate that. Yeah, why not? I just got my first program right. When I understand a complex concept, big O notation, Yeah, I celebrate, for sure. When I finish modules of a course, I also celebrate. Even when I start sending my resumes to the void, I celebrate. So these small wins is what keep you motivated. Do not let them go. And my second advice that I want to give to you is reach out. Don't go to this journey alone. You know a lot of people already. Tell your friends, tell your family, you are into the tech. Share your ideas, share your fear. You never know where the next opportunity will come from. Just like my opportunity to go to the tech, a friend's cousin was working a project to a company, and he needed a hand to help him develop. And what was the language? PHP. Yes, the PHP, that language. In a world of people talking about React, the fancy Python and AI, I was there studying PHP. I embraced that because I knew that this was my opportunity. If I did well and got that job, this would be the way to start in this career. So I learned it. I keep studying. I got certified. I contribute significantly to the project. And most important, I got the real-world experience. And you know what? That friend, cousin, was in Brazil. And this is another peak of tech. If you wanted to have a role in tech, you may got this opportunity to work remotely. I was based in Japan. My company was in Brazil, but my contract was to a branch in Hong Kong, and I was getting paid in a bank account in US. So it's totally globally, and you can enjoy the freedom that the tech can give. This May 2023, life take another turn. We moved to Melbourne, so my wife could study her master's here. And unfortunately, the project in Brazil was ended, and I got laid off. So I was here in a new country, needed to support my family with a new challenge. Can I get a job in tech here in Australia? It was not easy, actually. I sent my CVs, the rejections was piling up. Ghosting became a commonplace. But you know, tech is not just about skills. It is about, community. Just like this DDD Melbourne. Community is really important because it's there where you can get support and get to know what it is the market. So it's really good to have you guys here today. DDD Melbourne and DDD by Night was one of the first events that I joined. I also joined so many other meetups like the AWS user group, the Google developers, and I also found the KESUG was one of the earliest meetups that I joined. And there, I just not only learn more stuff, I also build my network. Eventually, I finally got an interview, in this case through LinkedIn, not from the network. But in that interview, I knew that was my chance. I contacted my previous company and asked for a recommendation letter. And they promptly provided me this recommendation letter, which I believe was really important to get the role. I got the role, and I was like a web developer using PHP. Yeah, so PHP is not dead at all. It's just a joke. But this time was not about just maintaining legacy code. It was to modernize their tech stack. And this is something really interesting in tech. Tech is not just about framework or the language or even the cloud infrastructure that you are using on the architecture. It is about finding new solutions, find what keep you curious, and then you can innovate it. In that job, I really grew a lot. I got promoted once, I keep delivering, and I got promoted twice. I use a lot of AI. And that make me think about the title of this talk. Refactoring careers is like refactoring code. You write something once, and then you look back, you strip the inefficiency, add new features, and keep improving. Even if I was progressing in my career there, I found that I was getting to a ceiling, and I knew that I may need more than that. I may need a mentor. So this is my second advice. Find your community. Find your people. Find something that you really enjoy. I joined Kasug, and that changed my life. There, I found George Arteiro. He is a fellow Brazilian who has an experienced tech career here in Australia, and he became my mentor. He taught me the importance of the soft skills: communication, leadership, collaboration. Skills that is important not only in the tech world, in any career. And through that, I also found my passion, that it is Kubernetes, open source, and the cloud native technologies. George also make me set bigger and bolder goals. I believe without him, I would not be talking here today. So let's talk about this. The open source. This phrase really resonates with me. When I started this, I tried to look at any openings to go to the tech. But now, I decided that I can control what will be on my career. And you can say, well, you are coming from no tech background, was just a PHP developer, doing maybe WordPress. What you are doing on Kubernetes? But with the support of my community, I embraced to master this technology. Last year, I took all the 5 exams and passed the Kubernetes certifications, getting the status of Kube astronaut, hence the blue jacket. This status is only 26 people here in Australia that has this blue jacket. Maybe Yongkan or Henry has a blue jacket. And this proves that with the determination and, of course, commitment, you can achieve new heights. So that's my history. From banking to caregiver to Uber Eats and a security officer to the tech. What this experience taught me that they have in common is the transferable skills. It's not a waste of time. I learned punctuality, I learned to be adaptable, and they embrace change. And all of these bits of experience, you can refactor and use it to build your future path. This led me to my last advice, that it is, never stop learning, never stop growing, and use AI. When I started my career in tech, AI was just a buzzword. ChatGPT was on the version that nobody was liking to use. But since I started, the AI has changed all the way that we work, and will keep changing how we're going to work. So the most important skill today is to be a long life learner. You need to reinvent and to embrace change and keep learning, because the history of tech is being written right now, and you can take part of that. So, refactor your career with 5 steps. First, embrace changes. Second, find skills in demand. Third, and most important, find your passion. What do you really like on that? We have so many opportunities. 4, build your network. These people is not just about getting from them. You need to give back to the community. And they will help you. And 5th, never stop learning. And the extra one, use a lot of AI. Okay, now this is it. This is my presentation. It's not so long, so I'm more than happy to take in questions. This is my LinkedIn profile if you want to connect and keep in touch. So thank you so much.